Hello and welcome to the Free Cheese episode 242. I'm your Joe Diggs, joined by Marc Augustiniak.
Hey, girl.
Matt Sellner.
Hello.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. How you doing?
Super with a TH.
The Orioles suck.
Already?
Yeah.
Jesus, we've just like...
1 and 2. They haven't looked great any of the 3 games.
All right, well, I mean, did they win at the one you were at?
Yeah, they did.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That counts. When's the next time they play?
Tomorrow.
Today.
When they played. Yeah. Today. Correct. On April 2nd. Monday, April 2nd.
Ah,
Today.
shit, don't get fooled.
Yeah.
That's what they say. That made my dreams come true this week. You know about this? Like 15 years in the making.
Oh, yeah.
Video that hit the website this week. I got to make my team full of that boy. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
My only regret is that we didn't get my initial reaction on tape. By tape, I mean computer. But God, that first, when I saw him walk out on field, step onto the mound, take off his hat and scratch his head, and then throw to himself, hitting to himself, fielding for himself, dropping the ball at the catcher's fucking... Oh my gosh. We had a week. What we're referring to is a video that Matt and I recorded on thefreecheese.com that you can view now through your internet browsing device. Feel free.
Does the video contain context?
A little bit more.
Okay.
Not much.
Okay.
You know.
There's a little bit more.
Yeah, we go into what we need to. But really, it's an hour of me laughing at that and playing baseball really badly. Although, it wasn't necessarily on me. It was the fact that I forgot to apply any skill points to this character, so he was just...
I think that's the right way to go.
It did work out in the end based on... Yeah, but... Did you guys have a good week?
Yeah. Open day was week.
You're on a little mini vacay.
I am in a little bit mini vacay.
Nice.
Feels nice.
Yeah. How was open? You got cool surprise tickets.
Yeah, the very last second there. My girlfriend, who just started her job 3 days prior,
Yeah.
got tickets from her job for the game.
Wow.
That
Makes sense.
included all you can drink and eat buffet of sorts. And it wasn't like hot dogs and hamburgers. It was legit food, legit bar. Like you could get.
Whoa. You're saying that hot dogs and hamburgers are not legit food?
What's a hangburger?
Hamburger.
They are legit foods. However, what you can have, like Gordon Ramsay style food.
Dude, depending on the day, I still might.
Lamb sauce?
Yeah, lamb sauce, beef Wellington. If someone said to me, yo, you want a beef Wellington or do you want a bag of nachos that you poured cheese all over from 7-Eleven? Come on.
Well, I didn't say they weren't there.
You had to say 7-Eleven.
No, I mean, you go and you do, look, just like this, Slayer hands. You push right up against chili and up against cheese.
Okay, chili. Because like
all over those chips.
Sometimes the cheese isn't.
You do both.
It's
and
a
then
gamble.
you go. Well, you got to do them first before you put your chips under. Make sure you're getting good stuff. Then you reach over to the hot dog bin, grab yourself some jalapenos, toss them on top of chips. You are set, my man.
But no, I'm talking
What kind
like
of food you have?
buffalo wings.
That's okay.
We had buffalo wings. We had like beef brisket sandwiches, crab cakes.
All right, that's pretty good. Free crab cakes?
Yeah.
It's like $27 entree.
Just little puck ones, you know.
Yeah, but all you can eat, you just puck them in your mouth.
I
many
had like 4 of them.
Fucking Ovechkin.
I have 4 of them and like 10 wings, and I was eating various things all around. No, it was
Pretty good.
legit.
Was it like a clubhouse thing?
It was in one of like the nicer like conference rooms of the hotel at East or Harbor East, which.
Oh, this was not in the
No.
at the game.
Yeah, that was at the Marriott in Harbor East.
Aha,
If you're
very
familiar,
nice.
if you're not familiar with the Baltimore area, Harbor East is the more
High end.
part of Baltimore. So
It's like it's the Manhattan to Baltimore's Brooklyn.
yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a very nice part of town, and it's right next to the Inner Harbor, which is where you see all the photos of Baltimore and all that good stuff.
Harbor East is the closest thing to Manhattan we have.
Don't we have
in terms
a
of like upscale? We do have a Brooklyn, yeah.
Yeah.
But like the rest of Baltimore would be more like,
a black hole?
I mean,
That's the whole state, really. But
everything's just falling into
you just
itself.
get sucked in.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I'm leaving state. And I'm like, yeah, you'll be back. And it happens.
Yeah.
But we're stressing out on the food here.
Food, yeah.
Free booze. All you can drink free booze.
Well, What choices?
Whatever you want.
You had legit choices. Beers, I believe they had mixed drinks if you really wanted them. And
Cotton candy flavored Pinnacle.
I don't think they had cotton candy. But I didn't ask, though.
I don't want to be there.
Kraken black spiced rum.
I don't know. I didn't ask for the...
Whipped
for the
cream flavored Pinnacle.
I did not ask for the liquor, and I didn't look.
Did you drink?
Yep.
Yes, I had beer.
You do the whipped cream with Pinnacle with the Pepsi. It tastes like vanilla Coke.
Wrong.
Shit you not.
Wrong.
Shit you
Wrong.
not.
Because you use Pepsi instead of Coke.
Did you ever have those?
No, you turn Pepsi into a Coke by doing that.
No.
Did you
it's
ever
not the
have
same.
those weekends where you end up in the woods somewhere and someone brings along a bottle of one of those Pinnacle things?
Absolutely not.
No? I can't be alone in that.
I've had a person come up to me who offered me a swig so he could cut in front of me at MagFest to sing a song in rock band. He was drunk off his ass.
Yeah.
That's not the woods, so no. From Mark,
It's just as mysterious if you've been.
I'm talking about like the woods. You never did woods drinking?
no.
Mark?
I can't say that I have.
Dang, what were you guys doing in high school?
What were you doing in high school?
I was hanging out in the woods getting drunk.
I wasn't going to school.
Dude. It was fucking those were my Friday nights. I never told you about the fort.
I've heard.
Yeah. We
I've
used
heard
to
it.
walk across the frozen pond, drink in the woods, make bonfires. We'd all pitch in money. Everybody bring like $5. We
I
had
didn't
this
have
big.
like my first drink till I was like 18, so I was like out of school by then.
I stopped drinking when I was in high school because I had already gone through it.
Your blood type is just Bud Light.
It was
Dilly.
yeah. That was me. We would all pull money together. Someone would. We had a guy, right? That we'd get our alcohol.
Someone with an ID.
No. It was somebody's neighbor would, whatever. But then we'd take our money, we'd pull our money together, and every week we'd send out 2 scouts, right? Video game term for you. Send out 2 scouts to go walk up once to the gas station that sold cigarettes to minors, and we'd get a packed split among all of us. And they'd walk over to the grocery store and they'd bring back s'mores materials. We'd make s'mores, we'd smoke cigarettes, we'd get drunk. It's a great time. Till it wasn't.
I just played video games. I don't.
Yeah, I mean that was why like my history with like the PS2 era is like Tony Hawk. Not much else. Because I was in the woods. We didn't have Pinnacle back then. Pinnacle was a much later thing. But someone would always inevitably show up with it. It was bad. A bad time. Or someone had it in the trunk of their car in a parking lot. No, none of this is ringing a bell.
No.
Matt, I'd say you had the better alternative out of this.
Maybe. I mean, hey, we're here now.
I mean, he didn't need a guy. It was just everything's free. Free food, free drinks.
Oh, you mean now?
Yeah. I'm comparing his now to your past. I'm saying I'd rather go with his now than...
Right now, yeah. If you gave me those 2 options right now, hey, do you want to hang out with a bunch of 13-year-olds in the woods, or do you want to go to a fully catered, all-you-can-eat and drink buffet? I might go with the free chicken wings. Might. Depends on how the fire's going, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Burn some fucking pallets. That was the ticket, too. You know, those pallets, man, you stack up like 8 or 9 of them. They burn real high.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I can
then,
imagine.
there it is.
That's a long burn, too.
Oh, yeah, that's not going out till morning. That's not going out until you're way gone. Till you're, you're at work the next night. Somebody's still... Judith?
I'm like, man, we should really make a outdoor rave for an event like this.
Hey,
Burning Man.
would you do it again? I get it.
What? The buffet thing? Yes.
Yeah, or the woods, either one.
No, I never did.
Mark, any buffets in your last 7 days here?
No.
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 Anything fun happen?
Just... I mean, actually had more time for video games. That's the fun part. Other than, like, just prepping music stuff, getting equipment.
What equipment you buying?
Got like this loop pedal. It's pretty big. Fancy.
Loop, as in delay?
So you can record like a little like
and have
thing and have it looping,
Gotcha,
and then you can layer on top of it if you want. Because it's just me and my acoustic, because that's original. And
you should get the thing to plug into your phone too.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm still messing with everything. But
'Cause you can get a thing, plug in, and then open up GarageBand. You can lay down your own loops.
GarageBand for the phone is not good.
It got more better.
Are you sure? Wait, what do you mean? Like, how recently did it get more better?
I don't know.
All right.
Recent years.
I mean, I did see when it changed, but
There's some stuff.
it's okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a.
It's free though.
That's the cool part.
Well, no, I know why. I mean, other than that, let's see. Fun. I was trying to work on a Dungeons and Dragons character.
Are you playing D&D?
About to.
What are you doing? Are you DMing?
No. I thought about it. My friend will be.
Nice.
I want to at least play a character before I consider DMing.
You ever played before? Is this your first time?
I never played myself. I've seen other people play. I've seen videos or listened to podcasts where people are playing to enough to where like I get the basics of it.
Yeah.
So I've even like when like I ordered like a player's guide and just looked at all the do's and don'ts of the game, and yeah, just making a backstory is tough.
Who's your character? Is it Magus again?
I thought about it.
I know.
I thought about it.
Magnus.
Magnus. That
Yeah.
if whenever I do make him, that's going to be like my barbarian.
Yeah, that's the
But I'll save him for a special.
roll
one.
in wearing a
my
single
first
color
character-
sweatsuit.
You see, because I think your characters can die, so I don't want Magnus to like be the first one to go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm making a bard.
What's a bard do? They play songs, right?
Yeah, they can like they sing.
That's why he's getting the guitar out.
Now
Yeah,
it's all
I'm
full
getting
circle. All right.
I'm getting I'm doing
Her,
research.
her, her.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
I might make my character a mute though.
All right.
It's supposed to be like this like cat.
Ironic.
Yeah. So I mean, can still play instruments, just can't talk or sing. I don't know. But some like cat race called Tabaxi. It's basically Khajiit in the Elder Scroll games.
Oh, all right. Now ring a bell.
Just cat people.
Rings a bell. You said you had some more time for video games this week?
Yeah.
What'd you get into?
So like, the time I played is weird too, because I get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning now. The sleep schedule's just always random, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruiner.
Oh, yeah. You were sending lots of screenshots this week. Made me real pissed off that I didn't play that game.
Yeah, so I did that thing with my friend Alex where we made each other's systems the primary.
Dope.
So he had the game. So I just downloaded it. I didn't have to buy it.
Nice.
And so this way now he has Friday the 13th. So we play that whenever. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'll try this out. And I was hooked like immediately.
Nice.
That's
Is it, how hotline is it? I mean, I played.
It's Hotline in aesthetic.
But what about like
Play
control?
wise, it's a little more in depth.
Yeah, I did.
So there's some actual mechanics from what I played minimally of that game.
So it has a little bit of like Hyper Light Drifter feel.
All right, because I honestly I played it for 12 minutes. I think was my playtime on Steam before I refunded it because my computer was just chugging butts with it. Like I'd run in as soon as combat would happen, it would just slow down.
Get it on PS4.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was kind of hoping.
It's actually not bad. Like using the controller is pretty good.
No, I was using controller on PC. It was just still like I used controller on PC and I liked it. And then when it was laggy as fuck, I was like, what if I just try just mouse and keyboard and see if it makes a difference? And then it was still no.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely more in depth. You get points. You can level up certain skills. It's not really like a tree. There's like for each like button, there's like 2 or 3 choices of like abilities for each thing. And then you can upgrade them as you go. Now, the cool thing about that is those points are not permanent. You can change them whenever.
I'm getting the Doom, the gun upgrade tree vibe. Am I correct in this? Remember in Doom, you can pick kind of the subset you want. You can upgrade it that way, and you can choose back and forth whenever you wanted to.
Well, instead of like splitting off of like what better perk you want, it's kind of like a straight line.
All right.
And you just keep upgrading that ability, and it just keeps adding more to it. But if you don't want to upgrade it fully, you can take some of its points away, put it in other things. You don't need to go to a person or go to a town to do it. You just do it right mid-game,
I like that.
mid-fight. It's very intuitive. But I was using like the basic stuff. I didn't really go too crazy with all the other little.
How far in are you?
I beat it.
Oh,
dang.
Yeah.
So you use basic stuff throughout the game. All right, got it.
Yeah. It took me about maybe between 3 to 5 hours.
Oh,
Shorter than I thought that was gonna be. I thought it would be like 6.
yeah, I agree.
I mean, you can probably do more to get a little more length out of it, but
Yeah, I'm sure, but
the story is okay. It's enough to keep you going. It's pretty simple.
The basic premise is someone takes your brother.
kill the boss.
Yeah, all of that.
Someone takes your brother and you're trying to save him or something, right?
Yeah, originally your mind got hacked and you were left for dead, and then this girl just named her saves you, and then she's kind of like your Cortana, like fucked up Cortana,
Okay.
and she's just helping you out, looking for your brother and everything, and there's a twist in the story, of course, and whatever, but
Your brother is your brother.
oh man. I can't say you're wrong.
Yeah.
The combat is pretty good. I like it. You just have melee and guns. You can have both. You don't need to switch between the two. Like, it's either one or the other, like Hotline.
Yeah, I think that was what I was doing.
So you have like your main
like a
machine gun,
pipe
and
or
you
a
have
bat?
your pipe. Like,
Yeah.
those are your main weapons. I think your melee upgrades to a sword with infinite durability. But you can always find stronger weapons, and they're, more temporary, and they'll just switch back to your default. So that's cool. So you're never like completely out of weapons. You can have like a shield, you can deflect bullets and stuff, you can like teleport around, and that can like slow down time, and it's just all about it's just running from room to room where you get locked in, fight enemies to move on to the next thing. That is the entire game. Once you play the first level or the second level, you get a good idea of what this whole game is.
Yeah.
It's very repetitive, but it's not
Tiring?
yeah. I don't know. I mean, if you because like you have the mentality when you go into it, it's just like, all right, yeah, I know what this is. It's very arcadey, so I think that's.
I think like there's something to the like if you do a simple mechanic well.
Yeah, and it does do it well.
Then you can do that thing. If it feels good to play, then you can play it forever.
Yeah, like if you die, you just hit circle and you restart that fight that you were last in.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Music's good. Art's good. Like
music,
those are the two things that stood out to me. Obviously.
Yes, music is really good. I was one day at work. I had it on Spotify, the whole soundtrack, and I was like,
cool.
yeah, it definitely touches that cyberpunk, like hits it just right. Everything's just shades of red mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the level designs are all pretty the same. You're just underground in some industrial factory type setting.
Are they pretty linear too?
Yeah. There's not that much like. You can go a little bit out of your way to find some things, but it's not too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is a hub world. You barely like explore it. It's pretty small. There's not much to it, but if you care to do side stuff, it's all based on your gameplay. Everything's based on your gameplay. Like there's this one like dominatrix looking club that's where like the lady up front, like I sent the picture to you guys, she just has like a latex face but no shirt, just covering her boobs, and she has a tattoo that says Scythe above her, and it's like that place, in order to like get in, you have to like, it's all about suffering. So like they're like a salvation like church of fucked up shit.
Yes.
So in order to get in there, I haven't done it, but you have to die like at least 50 times.
Oh.
In order to even get into this place. While the other place uses your currency called karma. So, which is you find throughout boxes and killing people. Just you find it everywhere. You can get into this club to get like free drinks and stuff. It's like kind of builds your reputation as well. But yeah, it's not really much to it other than that. But I like it. I think it was worth playing. I don't think it would have made the final game of the year.
Just about to ask that question. It was deserving of our I Play It Next Year award.
Did we put it in that?
Oh,
then that won.
Wait, for which one?
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Shows how much I remember.
It won. It won, and then our runners up with Neo and Resident Evil 7.
Okay, so I think right here, sure, like Yeah, definitely. Because
and I remember
I did play it
Absolver
next year.
hung around a while too.
Yeah.
That's on sale this week. I saw that.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It's like $10.
There's a collector's version online that comes with a mask you can wear.
I'm gonna pass on that, but thank you for the offer.
Yeah, no, but I just meant like the final like game of the year stuff.
Yeah.
Like if I played it last year, I don't think it would have made it that far. But it definitely has that hotline fix for me until Garage comes out.
Is there a date on Garage? Summer?
I don't remember.
I thought it might be summer. I thought it was May for some reason, but I'm sure I'm wrong. But I forgot. I don't know how much rumor there is. I think I want to say 15.
15
20.
or 20.
20.
Yeah, but definitely worth it.
Yeah.
It has high replay value. They have a speed run mode.
Cool.
So it cuts out all the cutscenes in Hub World Town. It just goes right to the levels. So you only have one shot, one death, you're done. Have to start over from the very beginning.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you get different costumes based on your time completion. If you beat under an hour, you get Marty McFly's costume from Back to the Future 2.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no hotline content though. I thought there would have been. Because you get different outfits for your guy. You can just wear by unlocking different things. And
is it the same publisher?
It's Devolver, right?
Devolver published it,
Yeah.
Is it out on Stay Tuned? They recently put a big update on that game, like right before Christmas.
Yeah, I think they
it was around the same time I bought it.
You know, that's not recent anymore, right? It's April.
I forget it's like April now.
I know. Isn't that fucked up?
When did that game come out last year? Like March?
I think it came out in like 2015. No, I'm thinking about Bloodborne. Yeah, it was somewhere. Summerish. Early summer.
Make it a 1-year anniversary thing.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
Yeah, but the aesthetic, the combat, it's done really well. The writing, like the dialogue for the characters is pretty entertaining.
Kill the boss, dude.
Yeah. I've noticed on the guy's mask sometimes the blue screen of death pops up. Like it's just booting up or
cool.
something. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like he doesn't say a word. Like you get choices to respond to people. It's either nod, shrug, or sometimes it's crack knuckles. Like that's about it.
September 26th was the initial release date. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I want to play that eventually. I don't know when or what or why or where.
Yeah, it's a game to pass time.
Bring it to Switch.
Yeah, it should be there.
I don't know. That thing was chugging on my computer.
Yeah. You optimize it. I don't know. We'll check their blog, see if they have anything about Switch port. What else you get into?
I tried Archangel.
Archangel.
It's a VR game for PlayStation.
That's the name of a
episode of Black Mirror.
Yep, that's where I was getting at. Thanks for completing the thought.
It's also an X-Man.
I know that one.
What's an X-Man?
They don't exist anymore. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
They've all been retconned because.
I thought it was like a $4.99 per character deal thing.
Oh wait, never mind. They do exist now because Disney bought Fox. Is that still a thing?
I think they're still figuring stuff out.
Thought like they shook hands. Now they're just going through all the bullshit through the government, which we're not going to get into my thoughts about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a VR game where you control a mech, but it's kind of like on rails, so you're only controlling the arms.
You don't sound excited about it.
Because it looked cool, but I just knew it wasn't going to be that great. And then when I finally got into it, I was like, man, they're really trying to make you care. It's like trying to be too cinematic. Like, not in a good, like, going to the movies kind of way. Cinematic in the sense that you're going on a ride at a theme park, and you have to give you, like, this bullshit basic narrative so it's not too confusing.
Nah.
And, like, I don't know if there's going to be a twist later in the game. I don't care to find out because I uninstalled it.
Because you didn't care to get there.
But you either pick to be a man or a woman, but like that part is fine. But so you're either a mother or a father. It gets to a point where you're trying out this prototype mech for this military thing, and if it works, if you pass all these tests, they could start manufacturing these, so they can start using this for war and start winning these fights. So you're the first pilot to test this prototype out.
Yeah.
And you bring your son with you, who's all excited.
Come on, boy.
He's 10. And you get hacked and invaded at your base and your kid dies.
Oh shit.
But they
Last of Us 2.
But they don't make it like
They
don't make it that dramatic.
They
That's
just
the
go, "Oh,
weird
your
thing.
kid's dead."
Like they
Go.
do it in like a weird like B movie like corny way where it's like
Oh.
he's mad, right? But like whenever his partners are talking to him and he's just like they're like, "Yeah, we survived that. We won." He's like, "We won? I just lost my son." It's like very bad acting. Where it's just like it doesn't sound to me like he
Actually lost his kid.
yeah.
Stay tuned for God of War to do it better.
Yeah. Probably.
Kratos.
He's just like, "I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm only good with like talking about what we need to do. Like, I just lost my son, damn it." Like it's very it's cheesy. It's very cheesy. And it's like I'm not convinced. Like that should have been a twist later in the game if you're gonna throw that in there, but right off the bat.
Or they execute it better. You kind of care about that character now, and it kind of pushes you forward. But
because the way he's acting, I feel like the kid didn't die. I think he survived, just got captured or something.
Or it's just bad acting.
Or is War of the Worlds, the Tom Cruise movie where that kid should be dead. It's not.
I don't know that.
And I don't care if it spoiled that movie for you. That movie's
son?
shit.
The son?
Yeah.
Justin Chatwin?
Yeah.
AKA
He just pops up at the house
Goku
at the end.
in Dragon Ball Evolution, the live action movie.
Was he? Oh my god! I did not put those two things
I remember
together.
that
That's
movie.
amazing.
He's also in Shameless with Emmy Rossum, who was Bulma in Dragon Ball Evolution.
Well, Shameless isn't that bad of a show.
Yeah,
I saw the first couple seasons of that. Actually, the first season.
I just think it's funny that they were both in that movie. Now they're
pretty
both in
good.
that show.
Anyway, not sorry for spoiling that shit movie.
Yeah, hey, fuck it. Did you get Wipeout VR?
No, crap! I forgot. See, I set up my VR because my niece came over unexpectedly, and so I had to re-download Job Simulator for her.
Yep.
She wanted to finish that.
Yep, necessary.
So I cleaned my room and everything to set that all up, and then like she had to go, and then I was like, well, all right, I'll try this out. I also did a little bit of drunken bar fights again.
Yeah, as you do.
But yeah, that actually got me like a little like
Drunk?
woozy.
No.
Because like you have to use the face buttons on the move controller to like rotate. So like
Oh,
I'm trying
yeah,
to like
that's-
not move in real life, move in the game. So I'm like very slowly tank control, like spinning.
Why
while
is
trying
that
to
the
punch.
movement? What is your head doing? Just looking into the
Yeah,
world?
just like dodging,
I don't-
like pivoting type thing.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah,
That's
so
bad.
I was getting like whoa, like I was getting lightheaded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I completely forgot about Wipeout. That'll be next week for sure.
All right.
Not to remind you of Archangel, but it does have a meta score of 69.
All right, well,
So-
sounds like game of the year to me. So,
Yeah, I don't. I love me mixed, but that is not. I'd rather just play Titanfall 2.
It's a good game. It's not in VR, but it's a good game.
Yeah. So that was just a bit of that. Most recently, I've been playing Slayaway Camp
yeah.
Butcher's Edition for the
Is that
Switch.
out on Nintendo Switch? How is that game?
I like it. Very simple. Just it's a puzzle game. You know, you dash around, kind of like in the Zelda games, old ones, where like you have to move an ice block around to get to a certain point. You're basically the ice block,
Oh, okay.
and you just have to kill the enemies and get to the portal to move on to the next one. All the customization and like the HUD, like the UI stuff, it's all like VHS, like themed.
Mm-hmm.
Each like section of levels is their own little like set in its own little horror like knockoff horror movie for each one, and then you play as the appropriate character for that, or you can rack up coins every time you beat levels and get a random killer to play as instead.
Who are the killers? Are they killers we know?
A lot of them are based off of horror movies, but not like as
It's
much
not Freddy Krueger. It's
it's
guy in striped shirt with knives for hands.
yeah, like his name will probably be like so Jason, for example, is sports enthusiast.
That's
Got
pretty
it.
awesome.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then like his certain kills in between levels, there's like a little like not a quick time thing, but there's like a meter at the bottom, kind of like golf, where you have to hit it to like you had to get to a certain part of the meter to make the kill effective to get coins.
Okay.
Each character has their own like themed little gore sessions. So he had a hockey stick and he slap shot of the puck into the person's face, and
I like that.
everything's cutesy. Everybody's all cube based. There is a gore meter. You don't have to have gore on. It's just blood.
Yeah.
So I have it on all the way. the portals that you can leave out of. You can customize the portal. It's originally a pentagram, but you can make it a spiral, a skull, a smiley face, dungeon stairs, magic. I have it set on kitty, so it's just a cat face.
All right.
Dude, it can be a hot dog.
Yeah, I guess. I haven't seen them all. There's like over 70 people you can get.
Oh, there's only one page of them.
Dang.
Something like that.
I was looking to see if there was a Michael Myers one.
There
these
is.
are just
Actually,
like,
the first one.
The first one
the first one that I unlocked was a Michael Myers one.
And these are just like short burst little puzzles.
There's about like think like everything's always in like the same like I don't know how many squares it is.
Looks like a 16 by 16 or something like that.
Yeah, it's some kind of grid.
Yeah.
Isometric. You can switch to be a more top-down view if you wish, because sometimes perception gets a little tricky. But yeah, it kind of. I don't know why I was going to compare it to Captain Toad. I don't know why I was going to say that. I mean, I guess you don't jump in either one.
It's got that perspective, I can see.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So metric.
But you can fully spin the.
No.
Oh.
You can't rotate the map.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
No. Everything is
Not
just
Captain Toad.
right that.
All right. Yeah.
So I guess that's why you can zoom out and just look straight down above, or have it diagonal, like 3/4 view.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you are a horror movie enthusiast, you will notice a lot of little details, little nods and references. You'll catch up on that. It has that nice, like, campy, slasher vibe to it all. Definitely captures that pretty well.
Yeah.
So it's right up my alley. I like that. Just something to pass the time. I'm hooked. I'm on like tape 7 now, and like each tape has about 12 to 14 levels.
Oh shit.
Some, they're always adding new challenges and new features to each one.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm at one now where there are electric rails, and you have to find a switch to turn them off so you can run into them. Because if you don't, then you just get fried. You have an undo button. You can undo all your turns up to the very beginning, or just hit with the L button. ZL will reset the entire level.
This is $20.
15,
right.
I believe. Yeah, 15.
Not bad.
Yeah, I was gonna get it on the phone, but I was like, you know what? Switch is basically an iPad with controllers, so it has that screen now. So I did get lazy and did use the touchscreen for a little bit. But
yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. It's by the same people that did. I looked this up earlier. It was, I believe, Bejeweled and Peggle.
Yep, Bejeweled and Peggle.
I think it's Blue Wizard is the dev name. Pretty sure it's Blue Wizard.
It's cool. I like this.
Yeah. And then they actually recently got the rights to do a Friday the 13th official game that plays very similar to Slayaway Camp. So instead of everybody all blocky and cubed, it's a little more rounded, but you're Jason just moving around and pretty much doing the same thing.
That's cool. Is that one coming to Switch, or is that just...
iOS, Android, and Steam as of right now. I'm sure it'll get ported later.
Yeah.
But
especially this does well on the Switch.
That's April 13th, which is a Friday, I believe. So
April 13th is indeed a Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Interesting.
So not soon. I mean,
soon.
out soon.
Out, yes, soon.
Soon.
Yeah,
yes,
not
very
soon.
Very soon.
You have plans on Friday the 13th?
Not that I know of yet.
You have plans on Friday the 13th?
Not that I know of, but as far as that game goes, they might have a double XP weekend again.
Fuck.
Actually, they might have a weekend where you can play for free. I don't know.
Maybe, All right.
Wait, you want to go to the woods and summon?
No, don't want to go to the woods.
Come on, dude. I'll bring some
some Pinnacle whipped cream.
Bring a 30 of Bud Ice.
Ugh.
Those are the hard stuff.
Those are the Bud Ice. That's when you know you're getting good.
That's the uh-oh.
I have a headache just thinking about it.
But yeah, that's all mine now playing.
Matt, you drink any Bud Ice this week?
I did not drink Bud Ice.
Oh, all right. You want to drink some Bud Ice this week?
No, not at all. No, I never want to drink Bud Ice.
Did you play any video games?
I did play some video games.
What'd you get into?
Kept playing MLB The Show.
Yeah.
That's a good baseball game. That's another really good
I'd hope it's a good baseball game.
It's really the only one.
Not a good, fucking first-person shooter.
Yeah, no. No, I
Could be.
Should be.
I just got into play some more baseball, like actual games, instead of just playing as my player.
Yeah.
I started dabbling with the franchise mode a bit. Feels very familiar. I haven't gotten far enough in the one I'm doing, and I won't get far enough because a new roster is coming out, is already out. That includes all the goodness I want in our good roster as far as all the minor league players and up-to-date stances and stuff like that. So
you explained this on air last week, right?
Yeah, a little bit how I like to wait for the roster vaults. Yeah.
Got it.
So yeah, the good one is going to be out by the time this goes up, so I'm going to be playing around with that. It took me an hour and a half to get my lineups and pitching rotation down to the T to even start my franchise last time, so I'm going to have to redo all that probably. But yeah, no, I'm going to get a little bit more into that. It looks like they're doing it more in phases. They're emphasizing like when you should be doing things to make it a little bit more streamlined, I think, this year. So I'm curious to see how nice that turns out as far as UI goes. Because the first thing I saw was like, hey, your next phase is in 50 days, and it's the MLB draft, because the draft for the baseball is in the middle of the season.
Really?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. So they were having me do some stuff to gear up for that, to get ready for that phase. So I'm curious to see how that goes, especially once you go into like the off season when you start signing free agents and stuff like that. So I should have more information on that next week once I get down to the nitty gritty of all that.
Did you put Ichiro on your team?
No.
He's back, baby.
No Ichiro.
He's back, baby.
I know.
That's brisk, baby.
Yeah, snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah.
Remember Dave Mirra BMX? Did you ever play that game?
I think I played the demo that came with Sean White's.
Did you play
or Sean Palmer snowboarding?
Sean Palmer snowboarding. Oh my god.
Did you play Dave Mirra's third BMX game, which turned into BMX XXX?
No.
Oh.
I know what that game is, but I did not.
I always almost rented that, and then I'd look at the back of the box. I'm like, "Fuck this!"
It's generic.
Yeah, that was almost a Dave Mirra 3.
Because back then, you wanted to see boobs. All you had to do was go to Newgrounds.com and play one of those puzzle games for 25 minutes. Don't need to rent no BMX XXX.
You couldn't just image search.
What's that?
Man. But yeah, no, the mascot was in the Slim Jim mascot was in Dave Mirra BMX. That's why I bring this up.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
And that Slim Jim mascot was or was not Scott Ian?
Why?
Well, because my friend's mom worked at a dollar store, and that was the holder for all the Slim Jims. It was just a dude's. It wasn't a picture. It was a molding of the dude's face.
As it should be. You still have that somewhere?
No, I used to eat Reese's Puffs out of it all the time, though.
Did you lose it in the woods?
Yeah. Damn right I did.
What?
We don't like going to the woods, Joe.
I tried summoning him. Instead, I got Macho Man.
It's probably a little bit better, actually.
Yeah.
So I kept played some baseball. I went into the Diamond Dynasty stuff. Started playing a little bit more online. That is the Diamond Dynasty. It's been around for a few years now. It's pretty much digital trading cards that you collect through in-game currency. You can buy the packs if you want to, like you could at a regular grocery store if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's essentially collecting them, but instead of just having them, you field them and you play online games and you try to rank up and stuff like that. I was playing it and I felt my hitting was off. And I was like, man, I'm just not. I thought I was just having a bad day, or it's been 6 months since I probably played a baseball game, a little rusty. But then I was thinking, I was like, well, I haven't really been batting that one on road to the show, but I just kind of figured that was because my dude's not that great.
Yeah.
And then I started really thinking about it. A lot of my hits have been late. Like if I'm hitting the ball, it's always going to the opposite field, because if you swing late, just the way your back goes through in the strike zone, if it's late, it goes to the opposite field. So I was noticing that. I go into the MLB The Show subreddit, and I'm not the only one. People think that the San Diego studio sped up pitch speed a little bit.
Oh.
So the actual time from the ball to leave hand to home plate, they think they sped up that animation a little bit to make you react and guess and all that kind of stuff, like a major leaguer really would. I'm assuming. So I'm adjusting to that currently.
It's interesting because it seems like between that and then the changes you said they made to stat distribution in your player character, that it seems like they're kind of pushing you to actually get better instead of letting you kind of pacify yourself into.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. I don't know if they ever came out and confirmed that, but I'm not the only one kind of feeling that my hitting's slightly off. So yeah, that was one thing I kind of noticed. I'm still slowly building my team. I haven't really played online yet. I'm playing a lot of offline stuff to get the in-game currency to buy some decent cars. So that way I'm not going out there with some low-tier players. I want to be able to compete a little bit off the start. So yeah, but then I kept playing majority of my week. Road to the Show. Just kept kind of plugging away at that. And I know I said last week that I was a little on the fence about the new changes. But early in the week, something happened to me that was kind of amazing. Now I'm all in on it. So my Road to the Show player started new. I'm trying to be a shortstop. I got drafted by the Oakland A's organization. The shortstop position is stacked as far as the amount of players in the athletics organization. So the coach for the minor league team pretty much told me, and this is like an interactive like chat thing. You can kind of make some decisions here. And was like, hey, we think you would be better as a center fielder. We're going to throw you out there for a few games, and we're going to see how you like it, how we like it, and we'll go from there. So I played through like 2 series. So I think it was about like 6 games. I was actually back meeting with the manager again, and he was like, hey, we really like you as center field, and we think you have a better shot at getting to the actual MLB and being a factor in an organization going as a center fielder. You could say, like, no. I grew up as a shortstop. Like, I want to be a shortstop. I don't know what that kind of gets you at because I didn't pick that. I was just like, all right.
Get you fucking traded mid-season. That's what it is.
Probably.
Can you be a mascot?
No. It's not the NCAA games of college football.
Yeah.
That's when you have the mascot mode.
Man.
So, no, I just agreed to it. And I was like, all right, fine. It gets me to Major League Baseball faster. I'm all game. But then this is when the cool thing happened. So when you pick your position, it gives you these roles within your position that you train for. And that's the thing where, if depending on what role you are, determines what your stats are. So you might be a contact hitter, you might be a power hitter, but, you don't really make much contact with the ball. You're kind of striking out or whatever. When I switched to center field, the game recognized that, and my manager was like, hey, because of your switching and committing to center field, we think it's in your best interest to change your training regimen. And then it literally brought back up the same screen where you can repick the roles.
Oh, wow.
So and then they displayed all the different outfield roles. And I happened to pick one that was not geared for a center fielder. It was more for a corner outfielder because I picked a slower guy. I picked one that could hit with a little bit more power, so it kind of slowed me down a little bit. Mm. The manager acknowledged that too, and they were like, hey, we're trying to get you in center field. Your training regimen is going to get you is more focused towards left field or right field. Like, you want to try center field with this? And I'm like, hell yes. So he's like, all right, well, we'll keep an eye on this, and we think that changes need to be made. We'll make changes. So, like, a lot of the RPG factors in this mode are relying on this new role and the way you're building your attributes and stuff like that. And I even think, like, the cool part was, like, say, like, my speed was at 60 before with my old, training regimen. Yeah. My power one now is 50 speed, but instead of just dropping me like that, the game slowly is decreasing my speed as time goes along to get me down to the actual real cap. So there's a lot of smart things. There's a lot of smart things that this game is factoring with, and I really appreciate that. And I'm happy I saw it because I don't know if I hadn't seen that kind of thing where they asked me to change positions, because I guess depending on who you go to and what you're doing, like, you may never see that. You may never. Yeah. So I'm glad I saw that. It made me really buy into what San Diego Studio was doing with that mode.
I appreciate the attention to detail. I wish that they'd make another game.
Nah, stick with baseball.
Do that, but also, like, do other things.
What didn't Drawn to Death come out of San Diego?
No.
There's a lot of canceled side projects that came out of San Diego.
San Diego did Mod Nation, didn't they?
I don't know. I've always considered them the baseball guys. I honestly don't know.
They are the baseball guys, but I feel like they've done a couple other.
Mod Nation was fun.
Mod Nation was a lot of fun.
I never played it. It looked fun.
I liked it. I really liked the customization of it all.
Mm-hmm. I think that was like a locked 30 frame game though.
Yeah, but if it's it might be locked 30 frames, but if it doesn't look like it's at 30 frames.
Well, what didn't look like it was at 30 frames was Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Oh, man. What a game.
Butter.
What a game. They did, in fact, help with development on Drawn to Death. You were right.
Oh my god, that's the best goddamn mug I think I've ever seen.
Oh, man.
In my life.
You know how big it was? It came like up to here.
Well, yeah, it probably held
And
the
it
tall
was
Slim
like-
Jims, right?
It was basically a big gulp, is what I was holding.
Yeah, because it had to hold the tall boys.
This was half a box of Reese's Puffs every time I ate one. It
Dang.
took me like 2 hours to eat it, and then like 5 minutes to shit it all out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So-
Actually, like 5 seconds.
Question I never got answered. Is that Scott Ian or is it not?
Oh,
Was the Slim Jim guy Scott Ian or no? 'Cause
Is there more than one guy?
I don't want to know the answer to it. I'm just going to assume it is Scott Ian forever.
All right.
There it is.
But no, baseball, it's really good. I want to dive more into the franchise mode than what I did. I probably only spent, it felt like 3 hours, but really I only played or got through, because I'm doing the quick manage thing again in franchise mode, not actually playing the games. I think I got through 20 games, and I was like 6 games below 500 with the Orioles, so
Yeah.
it's a good time to hit restart, you know. So yeah, and then I said last week I was planning on buying Far Cry. That never happened.
Thank God.
I don't know. That game still looks like a Far Cry game, which are very solid games. It's just I don't know. I saw the stuff with the story, how it doesn't pay off with what the original advertisements were doing, so I stepped away from getting that and instead decided to spend more time inside of Talos 1 in a little game called Prey.
Oh, weird.
Still in that, huh?
I'm this is probably the most I've been into that game now after this week
Yeah.
than I have been the entire 10 to 12 hours I've played it probably.
Interesting.
So now that I finally doubled down on some different skills and I really committed to them, and now I'm starting to abuse them. I'm starting to feel a little bit more powerful to just the basic enemies. There are still enemies that I will run and hide from and hope they never see me, because they're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really happy I kind of got a second win with this game. I want to see it through. I texted Joe, was it yesterday?
Yeah, I think
I was
so.
like, man, I did a story mission that probably should have taken about 15 minutes. It took me an hour and a half because of a combination of I'm scared to go around corners and I suck at the game. So there's a story beat where you end up getting locked into a portion of the space station, and it's a very small thing. It's 2 floors, and everything's kind of open. So even when you're on the second floor, it's like rafters and things, you could jump down to the first floor, no problem at all. There's this big giant, it's called a technopath, and it's something you've seen a handful of times already, but there's just this giant thing that just is floating around the room constantly. And if it sees you, I'm not equipped enough to kill it. So if it sees you, it's pretty much game over, or go run and hide. So I'm trying to do all these series of objectives in a small little room to get me out of it. And I'm either getting spotted, or I'm just carefully waiting for this thing to turn its back and float away. And it's just not happening. But then there's other enemies inside of here that I'm dealing with. And then what this game loves to do is every time you hit a story beat, an alien is dead until possibly you hit a story beat. Once you trigger an objective or you follow through on part of the objective, it can change again. That's when things can respawn. That's when different things can enter the room.
Oh, great. It's another Souls game. That's amazing.
So I trigger something finally in this thing. So I kind of forgot that I triggered a story thing. And so I'm just dealing with the one thing floating around. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to hop down now and let's go. Let's run. Turn a corner in a room. There's fucking 2 of the regular phantom things, 3 of the mimics running around. I jump out off of my bed, scream like a little girl because I totally forgot everything was there. Scream to the point where, this is happening during the day. My sister is like, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, it's this goddamn game. I'm sorry.
She's like, again?
Yeah. That's going to be happening all next week. But the good news is, one of my favorite things to do is like get through something, then go back and read other people's experience. You could have dealt with a nightmare in that room. I never had to.
Oh, that's good. That worked out.
So, like...
A lot of this is random, too, right?
The nightmare is totally random.
Yeah.
Like, it's after X amount of time, he's able to trigger back in. He can trigger in at different story beats as well. And also, if you use a neuromod enough, or if you use your upgrade points enough, they're called neuromods, in the alien section of your tech tree, he can pop up. The next one is a nightmare pop-up. So, like, I'm in this room... dying to use like the 9 upgrade points I have on one alien thing, but I know I'm fucked if I do it.
Yeah. Well, when you say nightmare pop up, there's no warning, right? Of when this happens. Is it like a creature that just burst out of nowhere?
It's
just
a
like,
giant creature.
Bitch, or is it like
it's a giant creature. Usually he's like outside of a door to kind of hide the spawn in. But I've been in a room and like kind of tested some things where I've seen him just pop in. Like the game would just literally.
So there's not like an animation
in.
of him coming out of the ground, or just no music cues.
Now, what happened though is as soon as he sees you, and if you don't see him, like say like you're coming around the corner to a door and you have to like turn to look at the door, but he sees you first, you'll see an objective pop up, and it becomes very clear that like, hey, the nightmare is hunting you, and it gives you that countdown timer to either avoid him or try to kill him. But after the countdown timer, if you get away from him enough, the game will despawn him.
You know. If you like this game so much, I would be curious to see you try SPC.
Oh, I've heard of that game. Isn't that the that horror where you start inside of
It's a containment breach.
Yeah,
I've
seen this game.
They keep all these different weird like creatures or cursed items. They each all do different.
It
things.
doesn't look great. It's one of those.
You have a blinking meter.
It's
one of those games where it's like you have to blink. Like it makes you blink, and there's a certain creature where it moves whenever you blink.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that played during Halloween cast. Yeah. So yeah, I'm back in this game. I like I said, I'm starting to focus on some of the things that I found useful in the past. So like now I'm like really doubling down on my repair and hacking abilities to start utilizing more turrets, because I found out that they are actually pretty powerful in this game towards the aliens. And I'm curious about this next story beat. They actually have me like in a place now where like there's other humans around, and we're all in lockdown, and you can just look out the doors and you just see all this shit. And the characters are like, like we're kind of, there's enough food, like we can kind of wait this out. And my character is like, I gotta go. Like I got things to do. I need to move on. And so what's going to end up happening is I'm going to end up having to open the gates of hell.
Yeah.
And have all this shit come pouring in. So I can't wait.
That's what
I cannot wait.
Yes.
Because the best thing is like, you can look all around and you see through the windows the shit that is inside of there, and none of it is like the little mimics that are running around and you just hit with a wrench. No, this is the shit that's going to take 12 shotgun shells that I don't have.
Yep.
For one, and there's probably 3 of those things inside.
Just use your telekinesis.
Can they hurt each other?
No. They know better.
So if there's one animation of one person swinging, they miss to hit their.
Actually, you know what? I've never been in a room this crowded. I'm curious.
Yeah, try that out.
Pick one up, throw them at the other.
Yeah.
I don't have that ability. However, there's a lot of turrets in the room that I think they're going to come into, so I'm going to arm and ready and just...
Do they ask if you're still there?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm back. I'm back in. I think I'm going to see this through.
How far along do you think you are, roughly?
Like I said, I've been going back to see like other people's experience, so I'm kind of seeing like where I'm going along, like on walkthroughs and stuff like that. I think I'm about 2/3.
Okay.
If if I kind of pick up the pace here a little bit.
Is this like a new game plus, or is it just a new game?
Oh, this has just been my game from the start.
Oh, okay.
I never finished it.
Oh,
I never finished it.
You did.
No, I got too scared.
Oh, okay. No, it must have been my friend Alex that finished it, because I think he was playing around the same time you were playing it.
Oh, yeah.
And from what I just heard, there was just creatures that can just. You both talked about it, where they can disguise as props.
That's
basically.
the mimics, the little spiders.
Yeah, the mimics. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because I'm now fucked with that.
Because you say mimic, I think of a treasure chest.
Oh, yeah.
Like Dark Souls or any fantasy game where it's like, oh, is this loot? Psych, it's teeth.
Oh, yeah.
No, because like I had that thing on the scope to identify the props, right? And I was like, oh, cool, I can just walk around with this, and I'd be fine. Nope, game introduces something called greater mimics that my scope doesn't figure out, but they disguise themselves in the same way as the same thing. So that's cool.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you finish this.
I'm sad I didn't play this more last year because maybe the rewards would look a little bit different. I think this game needs to be played.
No, it's good that you're playing it at the pace, and you're not forcing yourself. You're not going to get burnt out.
No, and
it's
better
good for
the right game. One game of the year.
Well, I'm not just saying game of the year.
I know. Different categories, though.
Yeah. Definitely style. This game, it presents itself like you are the prey of the ship.
Yeah.
What you are is in the name of the title, and you feel pretty much powerless. And then, it has that alien feel to it, where you're just constantly hunted.
That's what I love. I love when it's you see a game, you just see the title, I'm like, all right, that's a cool title. It stands out. I'm interested. And then you just don't think about it anymore when you start playing. And then when you get to a certain point, you're you look at that title and you're like, oh shit.
Yep.
Oh shit.
But I go up to the glass door where all these things are, and they see me. They just can't do anything, and they're just all standing there, trying to charge their powers that they know can't hit me. And I'm just this thing just wants to fucking eat me. And then I remember, oh yeah, the name of the game is Prey. I can't say it enough though. If you like BioShock, you gotta play this game.
That's the part that gets me.
See, I can also see the comparisons to Half-Life in a way too.
Yeah, with the aliens and stuff like that. Yeah.
Instead of a crowbar, it's just a wrench.
Yeah, I guess crab is a mimic.
Yeah. Sand crabs. They're your favorite.
Yeah, I might dive into that one maybe.
You should.
I haven't touched my PlayStation in a long time.
Good thing this doesn't need Plus, all single player. It's that Bethesda joint.
I'm telling you, man, I do not miss PlayStation Plus, and I keep forgetting to cancel Gold. So I'm I have that, but I probably don't need that either.
I'm not sure if I'll renew my PlayStation Plus coming this year. I don't know yet.
It's
because the only thing that keeps me going is just just playing these Friday the 13th. Surprisingly, still going.
That'd be the one thing if I had that thing where weekly I was needing to jump in.
Yeah, but even weekly I don't even play it. But
or what?
There's always that moment where it's damn it! All right,
yeah. I'm prepared this year for the.
Yeah.
Last year it hit me. I was like, oh god, I don't have funds.
Yeah.
Mine's always around my birthday, so it's I got to make the decision.
I don't remember when. It's in June, but I have a goal set for June 1st.
Well, be careful because if it's Prime, it'll charge you 3 weeks before you thought you were due.
No, it doesn't do that. I've had it run out.
No, I know. PlayStation's very good about it. But Prime, I was like, oh yeah, I got 2 weeks on that, and then wake up one day I'm $100 cheaper or poorer, and I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, I'm still doing that monthly.
Yeah.
Which isn't good, but.
Yeah. I played one game and one game alone, thanks to you, Mark. After all of your reemergence into The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you got me curious again. Because I wanted to see, I at least wanted to get all 120 shrines. And then I spent money on that fucking DLC, so I wanted to see the end of that.
Same.
Just to see, I want that fucking bike. I want to go full Akira. So, that was what I started with. I was like, all right, I'm going to get that goddamn bike. And I was really naive. They talked about that DLC, right? You get that one-hitter weapon, and you have to go out and kill things. And they can kill you in one hit because you're down to a quarter heart, and you can kill them in one hit. So the first few times I tried that, I was dropping into this one area, and I was just being stupid. I was approaching it the wrong way, and I kept getting killed and frustrated, and then I'd bail on the mission and move on.
You don't have to fight the Thunder Ganon again, do you?
In the little one-hit thing?
Yeah.
The one-hit thing, you go around, you kill, it's just moblins.
Okay.
Goblins?
So there are moblins. They're the big ones, the big tall ones.
No, these little boys.
Okay, those are bokoblins.
Bokoblins. Yeah. You got to kill a bunch of those. Different variants of them, right? Some of the stronger ones, some of the not so stronger ones. The one thing that kept fucking me up in the one area I was in was the keys flying in, like a big swarm of keys. Oh, yeah. And when you're in the middle of doing the dance, one hit. Should I move in now? Should I try and hit him with the arrow? What should I do here? And then they just swoop in from behind you, and you're just dead because one hit.
I think if you, I don't know if you knew this. You might. if you just rotate the circle, the joystick while doing attack, you don't have to charge it to a spin attack. You'll just do a spin attack.
Yeah. I never use it, but
every Zelda game, 3D has done that.
But I finally got through. So when you first get that weapon, you have 4 areas you have to go to kill whatever's there. And after you do that, shit changes. I was naive thinking that was what the DLC was. You would do that and then you get a bunch of cutscenes and there's your motorcycle. Way deeper than that. You do that and then all of a sudden, Koss, the bird with the accordion.
Well, I'm going to pause right there. Isn't that the Master Sword thing that was in the first one that you're doing?
I was doing that and then bailed on that.
So this one-hit thing is unrelated to that.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The Master Sword trial is like 30. I forget how many it is. It's so many different challenge rooms, basically. Did you ever fall onto Eventide Island in Breath of the Wild? It's an island where you land there and you're stripped of everything, and you just start with nothing. This is a little different. This starts off with this weapon that looks like a staff.
It's like a weird rod with 4 things coming off of it.
So those 4 things,
is each of the...
they break open and they fly to the 4 corners of the map.
Oh god!
Now you need to go to the 4 corners of the map, and Koss is there playing a song that gives you a new riddle. I forget what they are, but it's something like it's always what he says. In order to blah blah blah, you must first 1 do blah 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 blah, 2 do blah 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 blah, 3 blah 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 blah, and then you have to figure out what that riddle even means, and by doing that, whatever that riddle is, 1 2 3, you open up 3 new shrines, and they're not shrines where sometimes you do a shrine quest and it would open up a shrine, you'd walk in, here's a treasure chest, goodbye.
Yeah.
No, these are puzzles. You're solving a puzzle to open a shrine to then go in and solve some of the toughest puzzles in the game, which is really rewarding, in all the end game where you're looking for a little bit more to do. So there's a lot in this DLC. So you do that, and then to kind of answer your question you asked earlier, I've completed one of the 4 things now. And what's cool is you end up getting little cutscenes with that respective champion. And I did Urbosa's. And in order to see all of Urbosa's stuff, get the cutscenes, you do, in fact, have to fight Thunderblight Ganon again.
Damn it.
And the fight's different now.
Is it one-hit kill?
No, I actually had a really good time with it. It was not bad. It wasn't frustrating.
Did you have dinner in a movie?
It was just good. It wasn't...
Did you have equipment with you, at this point?
So, that's a really cool thing that happens. Yeah. So, sorry. Yeah, after you do the little one-hit thing, your little staff thing breaks apart into those 4 pieces, and you revert back to all of your normal gear and everything.
Oh, so you're probably facing Thunderblight then now with the Master Sword and all this good stuff, right?
No, you're not. It's really cool because what happens is you end up there. You've done now the 3 mini shrines or new shrines to get to this point. Then you go in, and in order to awaken this memory, you kind of flash back through the eyes of Urbosa. So everything's hazy and fuzzy, and you're playing through in Gerudo a Gerudo outfit. You are limited to having a Gerudo shield, a Gerudo scimitar, and another sword. And you need to do what you can with your
that special thing that you got.
Not the special thing. You have to do with your... What the fuck are they called?
Oh, the bombs and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, your Sheikah Slate stuff?
Yeah, but what are the names of those things?
Guilds. I have no idea. I just said a word.
I don't even remember.
Crap.
But it's a bomb.
I want to say tome or abilities or something. I don't...
So you got your 2 bombs,
2 bombs, magnesis, stasis, and cryonis.
Ice, yeah.
Runes.
Yes. You're limited to use of your runes and then those few weapons that they give you.
Dude, I'd be good with that. That's how I beat
It's a really, really fun boss fight.
That's how I got to do that.
Even with Thunderblight. But fortunately, Thunderblight was the first one I did, so now he's done out of the way. But he was actually not bad. I enjoyed it a lot.
Did you enjoy it, or did you get through it?
No. I thoroughly enjoyed. It was a good challenge, but it wasn't overly challenging. I died once, but that was because
of you, not you felt cheated.
Yeah, I did not feel cheated. As opposed to the first time where I was like, fuck this. This felt like, oh shit, I'm dumb. I misstepped. Like I just did a couple of stupid things. I think I didn't realize I was jumping into the boss fight when I was. So I was like slouching on the couch, like barely, you know what I mean? I was, like wasn't in it. And then I was like, all right, let me sit up. Let me
perk up here.
Let me do this.
Gamer mode.
And then after, yeah.
So you don't play as any of the champions. You're still just.
Yeah, and but you do see another flashback thing, and then you get a plus version of their thing. So like Urbosa's Fury, now for Urbosa's Fury, it takes less time to recharge if I use them all. Right. But that is really cool. I think I've done one from one of the others of the 3 shrines I have to do to unlock it, but I'm like slowly working my way through that. But before doing the rest of those, I was like, well, right, shrines are fun. I want to finish all those shrines. So I went through and I finished all 42 shrine quests. And
they're the ones with the riddles, and then you go find them.
Right. And they're usually just a treasure chest inside and whatever. But I did 42 of 42, which brought my full total up to 114. And then just before you guys got here, I got up to 117 shrines completed. So I need 3 more to get this shit done.
I don't know how many I've completed. Maybe like 40, 50 something.
I'm getting close. And then I've only got like 42 more side quests to do. Which side quests, they can be as simple as carry a fucking log into this town and show a guy your back. Or they could be as complicated as like get lost in the woods and have some drinks.
Have an existential crisis.
Yeah. It's a goddamn good game. Like since that game release, I had the big burn like everyone did, where you're just like, let me play this, let me enjoy it. And then once I beat it and I did a couple more things, I was kind of like, cool, got it. And then I moved on to other things, and occasionally I'd like jump back in, wander through the lands, and then move on. But this, like diving back into it fully again, like embracing that world again, it felt really good.
I realized I gave this game the same treatment I did with Wind Waker.
What do you mean?
So when I played Wind Waker, I was enjoying it, I was liking it, and then when it got to the part where I had to find all the Triforce shards by getting 2 different kinds of maps, sailing across the dumb, open, empty sea, I gave that game a year break.
Yeah.
And then I went back into it and finally just sucked it up and finished it. The GameCube, not the Wii U version where they cut out that part. So, yeah, it's happened the same thing with Breath of the Wild. It took me a year later,
but yeah,
to finish it.
I really like it though, man. It feels good to be back in it. I'm getting I got the Dark Link costume, which I didn't even realize was in the game.
Oh yeah.
But there's that guy Fang and Bone, or he I forget his name, but he runs the shop Fang and Bone, and you sell him monster parts, and you can buy cool shit. So I bought everything he's got to offer. I've got all the like weird.
So many monster parts.
Yeah, dude, go there, sell him the parts. I bought like a Lionel mask, Bokoblin mask, and then I bought all of Dark Link's outfits, or his whole thing. And when you put it on, you get like a nighttime bonus or something. I don't know. Looks cool as shit.
It just stays night forever.
It's you have faster running speed at night or something.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
So, but I want to get through everything in that game. I want to 100% it almost. I'm not getting those fucking Korok seeds.
What? That's the most important part.
I mean, I do want that golden piece of shit that you get by doing it, but
Did you really?
I think it'd be a dumb thing to have in there.
Golden.
No, it's literally a piece of shit.
Cause all right, so
it's a piece
Here's
of
a golden turd.
It is a golden turd, and that's what you get. And it says like, you fucking did it. That's.
Oh man. Yeah, I knew they had a lot of like DLC like mask
don't do that.
Costume type
Play
stuff.
Prey. Don't do that.
I'm not gonna get those. No. I am gonna do all the side quests.
That makes sense.
I am gonna do
shrines.
the final. Yeah, I'll have those done by the time.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm the shrines. Like that's my next. Like now that I'm
I'm gonna have that done.
I got it, and then I'm gonna go back and do that Trial of the Sword because once I get the motorcycle, I'm gonna get the fully powered Master Sword, and hey, maybe at that point I will want to go wander.
Can you imagine the fun you could have with co-op in this game? Just because of the physics alone.
I mean, hey, maybe that's the
There's
future.
a game called GTA 5.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's cool that game still has more to give.
Yeah.
Even after, I think I broke the 110-hour mark. And I'm still, like, finding shit to do.
I don't even want a sequel to it. I just want it to be its own thing.
I really don't know what I want in a new Zelda game. I can't even begin to think. I'm glad I don't have that job.
I just want Zelda Maker.
Yeah, I do want that too. E3 should be fun this year. Man,
So what, you go out in the woods and finish all the shrines up because you can?
you got it. See, you get it. You know what? I say we head to the woods right now on this little break. When we come back from the woods, we'll talk about some news from the week right after this. Welcome back. For real this time. No
Thanks.
false starts. Real starts. Here we are.
5-yard penalty in football.
I know.
Kickstart my heart. That's what I always say.
I always say it's time for the news. When it's time for the news.
You do. Weekly.
Yeah. Look, I know. Once a week I do that. Brought to you by thefreecheese.com. Here's a little bit of news. Real light news week this week, I think. Unless there's a bunch of shit that we just missed. But here it is. Well, Splatoon stuff. GDC happened. We talked a little bit about some of the stuff coming out of GDC. And one of those things was an interview with Game Informer. As Game Informer talked to producer Hisashi Nogami about Splatoon and Splatoon 2. The interview's a little extensive. I think it's a couple pages. But I thought it was cool. The interviewer, Brian Shea, asked about the Biggie and Tupac reference. And said, are you aware that Pearl and Marina look like Biggie and Tupac? And he said...
Yes.
He in so many words, he said yes. He said, giving you a straightforward answer about that might steal some of the fun out of it, so I'll keep that a bit of a mystery. But I will say that as I've spoken about the importance of music to us, we're definitely aware of that history and of music videos in America and music video culture, something we kept in mind while making this expansion.
Mark, what'd you say before?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving
on. But he talked about the inclusion of the Inklings in Smash and how they're just happy to see their characters kind of out there. Especially because when they came up with the game design, they were never sitting down going, all right, well, we need to have squids in the game, so what do we make a game out of? It was always a cool gameplay idea, and then the characters come after it, and he said it's nice to feel validated that, like, we made something that's fun to play, we added characters to that thing that's fun to play, and made a world that people like, and now that world's spreading out across other Nintendo properties.
And they're looking forward to having these high-res me outfits.
Yeah. No. But yeah, talked a little bit about the Octo expansion and how the 80 new levels. Wow. They take the approach to single player as a training ground for multiplayer. So there's stuff in the Octo expansion where they take that further, where you might need that one that you and I hate, the Inkjet.
Like the special or
the special.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like he talked about how there might be a stage where you start off already loaded up into the Inkjet, and that's how you clear the stage, is by using that. So like it'll force you to use weapons you're not normally using or stuff, just like regular single player does. Pretty cool. But yeah, I found that was a neat little interview. There's I think there were 2 different interviews because you got to get them ad clicks. So the interview got split up into 2 pages across 2 different interviews, and both of it, yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Lovely.
Not as fun as baseball versus football. Sorry, I meant soccer. Baseball versus soccer. That's the next Splatfest. Next week. So I had to go with baseball.
Yeah,
I had to vote against Team Marina.
Yeah, because Matt chose the Splatfest this week, or this time around.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So it's another
damn straight.
So Pearl is baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys keep picking a lot of pro teams.
I mean, they keep giving us fucking choices that are.
I followed Joe the last 2 times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go throw that
I
one
just
out
think
there.
it's funny that you care about the team more than the.
Is that he pulled the trigger on it before I had a chance?
They said baseball, and I was like, team baseball.
Yep.
What if the other team was like ping pong or air hockey?
What? Baseball versus air hockey?
Yeah, I would have picked air hockey.
Yeah, I
I'm
would have picked
fucking
air hockey.
Fuck you, guy. The only one that would have came close was ice hockey, and I would have had to think about that long and hard, and I would have revealed my decision in dramatic form.
What would that have been? Baseball versus hockey.
I think I went with Team Moreno on that one.
Yeah, as you should. As you should. You know what Konami should do? They should stop.
What other news we don't have this week?
Huh?
What the fuck is in that bag?
Oh, yeah, we have no idea. No idea.
It's a squid keychain.
There's definitely a squid inside of that bag.
Well, actually, we can't even confirm that.
That's true. We don't know.
It could be a dick.
We don't know.
And his jacket. Everything's here. He's kind of here, but he's not.
I know.
He's probably out in the woods drinking. Pinnacle.
If I know Ben, and I do know Ben, he's definitely in the woods drinking right now. Konami did a bad thing again.
Shocker.
Yeah, I know. We were starting to get there, you know. It was like, maybe, guys, maybe.
No, they released Survive. No.
All right, maybe not that part. But the part where they made Bomberman, and they put Castlevania and Silent Hill shit in Bomberman, and Goemon, and I already said Silent Hill. Gradius. Lots of stuff. I thought, maybe. But instead, Konami filed for a trademark application for Silent Hill Pachinko machine.
There was something to point out about that, because it's usually a different Konami branch that handles that stuff, and I think the branch that's doing this is actually the one that handles the video games.
See this device I'm holding up in my hands?
Cellular telephone.
A free-to-play Silent Hill Pachinko machine on the cell phone.
I would actually, just in general, I want to play, like...
Pachinko?
Yeah. I just want to... Because, like, I saw
gambling is dope.
Because, like, I saw the...
Stupid
I saw clips of the Goemon one.
Yeah.
And, like, to me, that makes sense, because Goemon, money, he uses money as a weapon. So I thought...
So does Konami.
Yeah.
Oh. Shots fired.
Burn! Holy water.
Moving on. Speaking about paid save slots.
Yeah.
But the cutscenes were cool.
Yeah.
There's hope, right?
No. Fuck Hope. George Carlin. 2008.
I remember you said that. The April 2nd episode.
Fuck Hope.
Come E3 when you get your new goddamn Castlevania game that you've been wanting so bad.
Hope has no place in this
Because
world.
let me tell you what, we skipped the Year of Dreams Part 3 last year for PlayStation 4, but this year is the Year of Dreams Part 3.
It says the one with the Region Free Means Mother 3 shirt.
That's
No, that is Hope out the ass.
It's not Hope. Here's Hope.
Matt,
Easy now, because I'm a little bit on that hype train now. I got like 1 foot in the train that's
Hype
moving.
train or Hope train? You
No.
decide.
There's a difference between hope and wishful thinking. Hope is that you're putting faith into the idea that something will happen.
Enough to make a T-shirt for it.
Where
He's got you, dude.
Where accepting fate and knowing that you can't change the outcome of it, aka fuck hope, but
it sounds like denial right now. That's what I'm getting from you.
And you guys want to hear a cool story about Mother?
Here's something.
In Earthbound. I was showering today. You know,
Yeah.
like the soap rinses off of you and it kind of bubbles up.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, the soap spiraled and it looked like Geiger's.
Yep. Now you're seeing it, man.
Did you know on April 1st,
The world is a
2015,
vampire.
Lucas was announced for Smash for Wii U and 3DS.
Yeah, that was true, and that fucked me up.
They're like, fuck April Fools.
Yep.
Here's a Lucas.
That was a good day.
And that's when Joe's hope soared even higher than ever before.
Not as high as people's excitement for Dragon Quest XI. It's coming to the West.
I mean, I had a feeling. I hoped.
It's a weird way of saying Mother 3.
Hey, I mean, maybe Square will take over the localization from
Now-
other three, and then
Oh yeah, you'll
Is
get
that,
that in 25 years.
Is that both console and handheld versions?
the press release that was emailed to me says PlayStation 4 and Steam,
Not the 3DS one.
which sucks because the 3DS one's the. I think I might, if I were gonna play this, I might want it in the big beautiful way on console or Steam, but I'd also, I think in tandem, I'd like to have the 3DS version because
They'll come later.
it might.
They're probably still localizing that one. They're like, yeah, we don't have a date for this yet.
Check my email.
Or they had like one localizing team. They did that one first, and now they're going to do this one. So it might be like a 6-month away thing. Or are there other teams? Actually, no. Dragon Quest. Who's that? Never mind. Sorry. Rewind. Pretend I never said anything in the last 30 seconds. I was going to say that maybe the localization team behind Pokemon is in charge of this, but never mind. Never mind. No. Take that back. I realized the company.
I mean, for localizing, they could outsource.
Outsourced, yeah.
So
maybe.
But so over 100 hours of content. Dragon Quest XI will also feature several upgrades and enhancements not included in the original Japanese release. English voiceover.
There's your improvement.
There you go. Draconian Quest, a hard mode that offers additional challenges for more experienced players. Overhauled menus and UI with graphical enhancements and more intuitive navigation. A camera mode allowing players to take in views of the beautiful landscape, character renders, and ferocious monsters in detail. And then a new dash function and many other system enhancements such as improved character and camera movement.
So you can run now.
Yes.
I feel like, and this is the 11th game?
Yes.
And now running is a feature?
Well, it may have came to 9 and 10, but sometimes to go forward, you take away things. Look at the NHL franchise. We're just now getting things back that we had 5 years ago.
Just saying it's funny.
Yeah.
It's all right.
No,
Whereas Evil 4 didn't have... Oh, never mind. It did the sprint. You couldn't move while aiming. That was the main complaint. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm okay with that, though.
You guys give a shit about
Dragon Quest?
Yeah.
I do.
Not my cup of tea. I respect it. Like, I get it, but...
I played that one. 7? 8? I don't remember. Whichever one came to 3DS recently.
6. I think it's one you were playing.
It
No?
definitely had at least 2 eyes in it.
No.
2 eyes?
Yeah.
Like eyes?
No, 6 is 6 was just on DS. Not 3DS. You were playing the PlayStation remake.
Yep.
No, I think that was 7.
Y'all remember the Free Cheese Game of the Year 2016?
Was it Bloodborne again?
Why am I blanking on this?
It's Doom! Doom is now in...
I even brought it up earlier today.
I know. Doom is now in 4,000. That's right. 4K update to Doom on PlayStation 4 Pro.
So it doesn't matter to me.
And Xbox One X. Yeah, it doesn't matter to anybody.
Yeah.
No, but hey, if you got those systems and you got that game, it can look almost as good as it does on Ben's monitor. But not quite. I thought it was a neat little touch. That game's still getting updated. But what that means is they're testing that shit out so that Doom 2 can look even more better when it releases, hopefully later this year.
Boo, dude,
No.
you said it. You
What?
said the H word. You said...
There's an... shit.
You said hope. You said hopefully. Got him.
Dude, no, the game this year, Cyberpunk 2077.
You think that's this year?
I sure hope so.
Zing!
A lot of people last year hoped that they would have a great time when they went to Chicago, but as it turned out,
They were
the
murdered?
Pokemon GO Fan Fest was a lot of things that they didn't want.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that thing?
Yeah, I remember that because they crashed pretty much all the network towers.
Yes.
There was too many people trying to overload.
Oh, wait, is that happening again?
No, it's not. But those people who went there,
People still play this?
people who went there,
Yeah, they did the April Fool's thing today. Did you see that? That was pretty cool.
No.
They
Oh,
changed
yeah.
everything to 8-bit.
So actually, Pokemon
Fuck.
Go got an update like a week ago, where they actually added a story mode. They added like all this weird shit to the game. Tyler
Mark's eyes lit up.
texted me about it and was like, "Hey, I saw Pokemon Go is getting an update. Should I give a shit?" And I was like, And I looked up what he was talking about, and I was like,
What's your data plan like?
"Eh." But yeah, so if you don't recall, last summer, people flew to Chicago from around the world to participate in this fan fest, Pokemon Go Fest. The servers didn't work. No one could play the fucking game. And when they tried to get on stage and talk about all the exciting things that were coming to the game, they were just greeted by water bottles being hucked at the stage and chants of "Fix your game, fix your game."
What a good community.
Oh, a lot of swell people there.
Our game doesn't work. What do we do? Socialize? What the fuck? No.
Yeah.
Why are we outside?
I'd be pissed if I paid like $300.
I would too, but I wouldn't start throwing water bottles at strangers.
Well, you haven't met me.
$300?
Although we're talking about these days, not my drinking in the woods days. I can't be. I don't know what I would have done back then.
How come there wasn't a Mitomo Fest?
Give it time.
Yo, you want to see my room?
Oh, no. No.
You still got time. Still got like a month.
Yeah.
That should be its own level in Slayaway Camp.
So in response to that shitty event, Niantic refunded all ticket costs and gave attendees $100 worth of in-game currency.
Dude, all the Pokeballs.
But a lot of players were not stoked about Niantic's response and filed a class action lawsuit. So
for what? How? What? How?
They spent money to fly there, to stay in hotels, all of that, and the main attraction was unplayable. So Niantic will now pay out $1,575,000 to reimburse those who filed the class action lawsuit for any travel costs these attendees might have had to incur as a result of going to the fan festival.
Parents.
An official website for the settlement will be up by May 25th, and emails to attendees will be sent out to notify them about the site. In order to claim a reimbursement from Niantic, those who attended will need to have checked into the Pokemon Go Festival, and anyone who claims more than $107 in expenses will need to provide receipts.
So they're not going to be paying that full amount.
Well, because usually people don't follow up with that shit.
That's not even
that,
hurting
and people need the receipts. I don't know.
I mean, you think about booking flights,
Oh,
most of that
you can
shit's
find that.
emailed,
I guess you can find that.
This doesn't hurt Niantic at all. They
made that money the first 2 hours probably of that game being out.
Yeah, but it was funny seeing that pop up again. I forgot about that weird fucking.
Yeah, I remember what a nightmare that was on Reddit.
So when you say 8-bit mode, was it like the original Game Boy sprites is what they used?
Yeah. No. Oh.
That was worse.
No. That's the thing. They fucked up. They said it's 8-bit mode.
Oh,
and they advertise it as 8-bit mode. It's the fucking GBA sprites, which are more than 8-bit technically.
Like fire red, leaf green.
Yeah, they look cool as shit, but
Looks like you're playing a Pokemon game. The UI.
Yeah. Should just fucking keep it that way and not use the shitty 3D models, but whatever. That is the news for the week. Believe it or not. Unless you guys got anything else I missed.
The Slim Jim guy.
Yes.
Is Wayne Static. No. It's Dmitry Goritsas. I'm saying that wrong, probably.
Yeah, I think it's pronounced.
Definitely doesn't look like Scott Ian at all.
I think it's pronounced Scott Ian. Did Scott Ian ever do anything with Slim Jim?
What do you think? He just took his beard and just put it on top of his head?
Maybe that's why I had like a weird. I don't know.
Mark, that's your UI for Pokemon Go. I forgot I'm still subscribed to the Pokemon Go subreddit.
Great job.
Huh. Yeah, it should just always look like that. That looks cool.
And then this was the catch screen.
So it only looks cool because it looks like a better game.
Because it looks like you're actually playing the real thing and not.
I don't need that's cool.
I thought it was a fun little thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's cool.
So did they see? But the thing is that but if you're a male trainer, you just look like Red, and if you're a girl trainer, I guess it just looks like the girl sprite that they use in that game. You don't like your customized character isn't detailed. It's looks like it just gets masked with all that. Wait, is it yours?
It's mine.
That's yours. Mine's in my bag. Never mind. It's falls in the way. My bad.
Sorry. I'm in the way.
That's all I got.
I'm still pissed about Splatoon.
It'll be fine.
Our bronze medal that should have been the silver medal at League.
We're gonna get silver one day. I'm telling you.
Oh, if anyone cares about No More Heroes, Travis Strikes Again. Because we didn't know what the whole indie collab thing was going to be like or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he just kept showing off hints by wearing T-shirts.
Yeah.
Suda. Turns out he was right on the nose with that. Travis, the collabs are Travis can wear jackets and T-shirts from that have the other indie games
logo and shit on it and branding
stuff on it, designs. Yeah.
But it's not necessarily that.
Doesn't do anything. It's just cosmetic.
And the games that you're playing through in that game are not necessarily those games style. So the games in the Death Drive 32 whatever it is. They're all classic games that Travis has grown up with, and they're all different genres. So there's like the racing one, there's like a platforming one, there's all these maybe like a fighting or there's like a similar to Fire Pro Wrestling one in there. Nice.
So yeah, and your gameplay does change, I think, based on the genre you're playing. So it's not just every level is an action level.
Yeah.
So far they announced that Hotline Miami, Shovel Knight, and Hyper Light Drifter. So far you will have costume.
I like that.
Designs for that. Yeah,
I like that.
It's cool.
3 good ass games.
One of those isn't on Switch yet. Hotline hasn't been announced for Switch.
I know.
E3.
Yep, every time. This week I got more Zelda in my future. I think I got to get back to Battle Chef Brigade. I got to get back to Bayonetta 2 at some point. But
Battle Chef, right?
I've been watching Dota 2 Asian Championships this weekend.
Yeah, me too. No.
You try waking up 2:30 in the morning to watch Team Liquid?
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Did you guys try that ARMS thing?
No.
No, I forgot. It was the thing.
I did jump back into Bloodborne a little bit.
There you go.
I got frustrated and I turned it off. I just wasn't. I don't care about the grind right now.
Yeah.
Where are you at again?
I'm still in the very beginning, being a scrub.
Wolves? Doing wolves or you pass wolves?
No. Like I don't fuck with the wolves anymore. I just kill people in a little town and then I try to go to the cleric beast and try my best. And I just don't.
Cleric beast is a motherfucker.
I don't
because
you don't have to do that.
Yeah, you can skip the cleric beast, but
I feel like I have a
you always go back
inner calling to like this dude has killed me so many times. I just can't let this go.
That's what sucks.
I have a grudge. I
remember the first time I went up against cleric beast, I almost killed him.
Yeah, I was there.
But then I didn't.
I mean, almost killing him.
I
almost killed him a few times.
The first time though, like it was like I got him down to like 2 more good hits, would have been dead, and then I didn't. And then every time I probably fought him 1,000 times because I was just like not getting it, and then it was all in my head, and then just Then you finally get him, and then I feel like after you do it, then you're like,
and then like
fuck him.
The more blood echoes I collect, the antsier I get. I'm like, oh, I could.
Don't be afraid to cash out, especially early, because it doesn't take much to level up for you at this point.
It takes like 2,000 blood echoes to keep.
That's nothing.
Yeah,
that's nothing.
It's nothing, but it's something for me because it's a little frustrating to get that high and then lose it and then trying to go back.
No, for sure.
Then I lose it all, and it's like fuck it. And you hear me grunting in the basement, and then my mom's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah," and that's my cue to turn off the game because it's like I've never had anybody ask me if I'm okay while playing a video game. I mean, they don't know that. She knows I was playing.
Take a couple of laps.
But I'm just like,
that's.
Get some blood. Take a lap. Get blood echoes. Respawn. Reset the enemies. Take another lap and get some blood echoes. Level up some stuff. Level up the things you feel like you need to level up.
Just the whole meta of like grinding. I'm just like, I don't care right now. I'm not in the mentality to play.
Yeah, no, you got to be in the mood for that shit.
Yeah, I'm not. I was just trying to force myself.
Joe, there's a bookmarked website. I think it's under G. It's getgood.com.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
I'm just gonna furiously masturbate whenever instead, and then I'll get back into it.
How do you think I beat Gascoigne?
Furiously
masturbating. I got drunk in the woods, and then it was easy to go. If you like this episode, you can find the rest of our episodes and all the other stuff we do. We got 2 new videos up on the site with more to come. Thefreecheese.com. Follow us on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. You can tell Mark to get good at _mental. You can tell Matt that no one cares about Dota at MattyIce131. And you can just say, you send me pizza coupons or get drunk with me in the woods at The Free Cheese. That's it. We're back next week. Some of us. You're going to be WrestleMania.
Well, not at.
Yeah, you're going to be at, Matt's going to be at WrestleMania.
No, sadly no.
I know, but enjoy that.
Watching it, yeah.
Enjoy it.
It's a great build. It's been a good ride.
You don't have to tell me.
Tag Joe with the hashtag Hope.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Hope Train. Hashtag Hope Train.
It's me just dying inside. That's it. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, listener, for listening. We'll see you next week.
Maybe next week we'll know what that thing is.
You won't. You have to tune in the week after.
I'll tune in. Don't worry.
All right. We're out.